And we are live. Hello everybody, Task Confusion for the 20th of December 2024. Hope we are all doing well. Hi Rise, and hi Ewan. Bear with while I just move a couple of windows about. Dude. Okay, we are a player short at the moment, but we'll give it a few moments and see what happens. I do spot 3 viewers, so we'll hopefully have one more coming at some point. We'll see. Shy of 1 at the moment. I mean, that'll happen. We'll give it a couple of moments, see what turns up. Worst comes to it, I'll just throw an AI on there. It's not as if it's going to matter in a competitive sense in terms of, you know, league standings and whatever else. Yeah. So it'll be fine. I mean, I think my streak's about to lose a win, basically, my current streak. So I'm going down in points almost certainly, and Rise is almost certainly gaining points. And I don't think we're going to have enough games to reasonably adjust this form chart. But, you know, it's fine. But as I say, we'll give a couple of minutes for people. Hey, Draconis. Right. If Draconis is joining us, the mission is kill Rise. If he doesn't lose, if he doesn't get a better result than negative 2,500, I think he will improve his position. I know it's best of 5, but you and I are both on our current best of 5, so therefore, this matters in terms of the last match that's being lost off. So I'm about to lose a win from my best performance. So unless I finish top by more points, I'm going to, you know, no longer be on my best run. And in Rice's case, he's losing his 4th place finish of negative 2,500. So that is the player who, you know, we need to take points off as much as possible. Because if he gets a better result than negative 2,500, he improves his already impressive position. But we shall see how this goes. And after this, maybe we'll adjust the rules. Yeah, get Tenho. Tenho would be ideal. While Rise's dealer, get Tenho. Perfect. Okay, we'll see how this goes. And maybe for game 2, we'll try messing around with the rules settings and seeing what nonsense we can come up with for a final game or 2. But for now, we have Rise, Prospero, myself, and Draconis. Random seats should be on. Yes, Rise gets 10 home on dealer. I mean, that would be an improvement. But also, it's win more. You don't need those points, surely. You don't need the points. Mahjong in this economy? Mahjong exactly in this economy. That's clearly the only thing. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Functionally, as I said, tournament is over, but we're just going to play this out and see what we can do. And then next year, maybe we'll actually have this as the default ranking system and will be more important to get string results together. But we'll see. There's no floor, there's no busting out, and in theory, no ceiling. So it is possible for Rise to have a complete disaster and lose by 200,000 points. That would potentially, you know, allow us to have a better position here. What am I doing? I'm doing this. But we shall indeed see. Also, Draconis is due some good games. He is a far better player than has been shown as of this point. So, something will come back to that. We'll take that. Cut the 1-9, just go for a quick Tanya. Easiest sort of plan. Could have got that. Should have killed that, probably. But Briar's cutting Manzi early. Middle tile. Prospero's on something. And then we're one pair too many, which wouldn't be a problem if we'd have called the tile, but equally we'd have drawn different tiles. Evening, Chiral! You're about to see rise in his ascendancy as he's next to certain to win the tournament with this game. Dora. Maybe I should have kept the one and kept the Itsu alive. Clearly. Nah, we'll throw Dora here.
Riichi.
Well, there's the start. We have two safe tiles. To be fair, I'm calling it a tournament. I'm just going to reset everything when the new year starts. So technically speaking, Rise is the best chain of 5 games. So Rise, you need to finish. You need to improve a negative 2,500 score. You do not need to win more. Jeez. Okay. Well, I'm going to start. Oh boy. Well. 3,600 points to take off him. This is an interesting hand. Sure. Turn 1 Chi. I need to knock Rise off a dealership, so, you know, we'll take anything that improves things a little bit. 7 doesn't help. Yeah, no worries. Absolutely. More than welcome. As I say, after this game, we might mess around with the match rules and see if we can come up with a truly cursed rule set, but we'll see how that goes. Ooh, very nice. Maybe calling that wasn't... I mean, to be fair, that's thinking sort of, you know, in terms of upgrades, maybe going for just terminals and honors would have been a plan here, but honestly, I'd just prefer this. Hint at the Honitsu, maybe even go into Honitsu depending on developments, but I think we're more likely just going to take the thing here. Unless I draw specifically a white dragon. But I'd much rather be in a Sozu Chinitsu style hand, at least from appearance at this point. And see what happens. Okay, Dora discard. Quite a lot. I mean, we now have 4 game modes, of which I know exactly one of them. And then it's just all the usual nonsense. But, and that's before I go into the expanded rule bits. Again, playing games, so I'll focus on that a little later. But certainly we can just play... Yeah, okay. Call for Tenpai. Chanta Yakuhai. But it gets Rise off a dealership, so I'll take it. And some potential carnage still. The downside is they are both bonus tiles for me I'm waiting on, so they're probably going to get held in this Tenpai, but... I mean... fair. You have to do it at some point. I'm not folding this. It's only 2k, admittingly, but I'm still not folding at this point. I'm 3 calls in. I'm committed. Which is a problem, but I am committed. Yeah. Alright, about the same value in terms of hand, so I don't feel too bad about that. And also Rise is no longer dealer, which I can take as a secondary prize. But last place. Dora, 1 singular Dora Dragon, triple T style hand with that. 1 completed set is also nice. Well, let's see. I'm probably inclined to keep the green though. Maybe just force this toy we're currently building towards. These are middle sequences, so I don't think I'm going to get too much out of it, but maybe I will. Maybe Cheeto is an option here. Go Cheeto and Medora. Okay. So if we do go for Toy, that's helpful that we've got a triplet established. Got a safe tile there as well. I'm feeling reasonable about this. I'd like to draw a second triplet, of course, but when wouldn't I? So I'm going for Cheeto. I like kicking north here. 9's also 1 though. Okay. This also gives us more options if we bail into just complete a hand with Chun down the line. Yeah. Alright, Honitsu it is then. Okay, good draw. Yes, the problem is now this green dragon, unfortunately, but it was always going to be the problem. Yeah, always going to be the problem. Also lost my only safe tile with doing that. Live east, live green, live reds, pro reds. Well, Rise is either pushing or just in a desperate position. So we'll take that discard fine. Oh, I forgot. Every time I come this, I keep forgetting to turn off the darn Dora discard voices. Oh well. Yeah, Rise is just folded up top, so you knew had information for that. North is fine. Or should be fine. I'd say 9-pin looks like the best discard at that point, but... Oh, long pause for Rise. Tenpai decision? Or just genuinely doesn't have anything.
Note.
Okay. Draconis picks up the draw. Game is still reasonably competitive. We move into my dealership. Alright. Dora Dragon again. But a hand I'm much happier with. Dragons a turn longer. Given that we are just looking at ping for repeat, I probably want to be throwing that red sooner rather than later, but equally it's the only value attributed to this hand whatsoever, so it's a... Let's say, especially if we close this off. Let's discard this now. Ooh, very nice. Okay. So, Tiso for a Ipeiko pair weight on the Dora Dragon. Or a 5-pin allows us to break this up and start working towards something. North, not helpful. Is to Draconis. Double off wind. Oh, actually, no. What? Nope, we're in East round still. Also, first Pinsy's come out now at this point. We're calling for Tempai. It's awkward, but we do have options of potentially making this a full Honitsu, and you know, maybe we'll draw a dragon. Conroto. Oh, we'll take that though. Thanks for the Mungan. Dealer Mungan, and we take the lead. Of course, we're replacing our win ourselves in terms of the best 5 performance streak because we're currently on it. So we need to win by a lot to actually improve our position. Still, this is how we start it. Chanterish looking hand. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, no, that's what I was figuring as well, which is why I was looking towards the pivots of just open Honitsu, but absolutely convenient. But you know what? Convenience occasionally is good. Just like this. This is a very convenient starting hand. No, thank you. Wrong 2. Ideally, though, I think we want to draw a free pin and just cut this bit, but I mean, same difference? Question mark? I guess now we can call any 9-so West Winds that come up and just have this random Chanter nonsense. Chanter for 2 repeats and 1600 points doesn't sound amazing, but you know, it's what we got. Cool. If we can get the free pin and reach, then off to the races, but well, any of them. I would rather not be waiting on the free pin, but we'll take it if it comes out. Alright, we're off to the races. Better lucky than good. Alright, counter reach. Red safe. Alright, the jam is on. You see my EPK Chanter. Oh, and Tuura. Because of course the jam is on. Alright, Dealer Hanneman. I mean, if I can just keep winning, then I can in theory overtake Rise by virtue of having a ton of points. But, yes, no, I agree with your sentiment on that. Draconis, south to start. Yeah, that's the one thing that taking a year off has basically cost me. I have lost a lot of efficiency points. You know, the efficiency calculator was never perfect in my brain anyway, but it's definitely lost some things. Absolutely. We'll give this a go. Probably just the Tanyo attack here and another Renshan. I'm not sure I can get a lot of extra value out of this one, but we'll see. I mean, it depends what we draw around this in truth, and if we have a chance to call Pinsy Tiles, maybe we'll do something else, but yeah. It is, but that's something I feel I've lost in terms of just how I'm playing the game, and reviewing things back and you know, things I probably would have caught if I was actually playing regularly week on week, that, you know. Yeah, I'm not necessarily talking about training apps and the optimal thing, but sometimes I'm just missing decisions because I'm just not paying attention enough, or I'm not out of practice, and again, I'm more instinctual as a player anyway than trying to calculate things on every single discard. Alright, would love something to call, though. Thank you. Yeah, sure. There's a difference between scoring well and playing well, though, in truth. But, yeah. Alright, well, we're taking the open Tanyo. Again, I don't have much value, so it's no much point in going for other stuff. Dracona's obviously desperate to get out of this dealer rampage, which I can understand. Red's safe. We'll play the 7 since it's safe as well. It doesn't give us a great deal of extra accepted tiles. Wish I could call that, not going to. Full south. Thank you very much. Alright. 7-8 weight.
No.
Okay, third wrench hand. Let's go for a fourth. Okay, still not much I can do in terms of out-and-out value for this hand, but let's see where it goes. 2 mills and a pair. We should be trying to finish it in any case, so... And maybe we'll get something connected to the Friso. I mean, that's something connected to the Friso. Sanchku is the absolute high end for this, but would take us a bit of walking around. But I'm perfectly happy for Riichi Pin 2 at this point. And again, since I'm in a value race, we are going to reach it instead of dammering it, but... But also, at some point, somebody's got to start crushing me. So, we can't... I'm not allowed to win all the way through this game. Not allowed. There are rules against this sort of thing. Alright. Ishanten for Pinfu. 3 calls against me. 4 calls against me now. Well, this is going to be a good reach if I get it. No. Let's play the East.
Boom.
Alright. So, Ton... Possible. I don't think he's on Itsu, unless, or if he is, he's literally Senpai for it. Both of them are going for short hands. Well, Dracona's might not be. Dracona's might just be going for a Chinitsu on the basis that's what he's got, but... call that. Discard the 1. No. Alright, Prospero Sumos for 1,000. I mean, that is a successful dealer turn. Let's move on. Draconis now needs a successful dealer turn, I think. Alright, points are now on the board. So obviously we'd love to draw some more Sozi tiles, but again, we'll see what comes up. Will I keep enough Sanchku chances? Probably not. We're gonna go the 1-so anyway. I had one on my phone, although, to be fair, that was more about correctly identifying 4, 5, 6-sided weights than anything.
ポン
It's also why I decided for Tiles of Confusion 2025, the screenshot, to use a 7-sided weight, because it was the most confusing. East. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, I could have probably played Adora. 1 is out. Although, if Rise is... No, even then, it's probably fine. I've got to be aware of this, obviously. I think we're just going to be out or on a wait for it. And honestly, I just see us drawing an 8 here and being awkward for the rest of the hand, really. Ooh, Mung in hand for Rise. Which, to be fair, given he had free Dora, was almost a certainty, but you know. Yeah. Okay, another good to melt hand. Let's see if we can convert. Rise is dealer, so we would love to steal some points off him. Let's give him his turn. Stuff's out. Play out north, and then we'll see what we're actually working with in terms of things here. But oh, we're working with a turn 3 Riichis. That's what we're working with. Okay. God darn it, Rise! This is how you won. This is how the last game went. That was what, 6 or 7 repeats. Alright, well, we'll play our safe tile first. Won't be happy about it, but good news is we can throw both of those, probably all of the Manzu. I don't think we're going to necessarily worry too much about playing around Rise too much, especially since we've got 2 melds already done, but... But of course, the correct punishment here is to just beat Rise because he decided to go for it. Sigfin's also safe, which is useful to know. We can play our East. Where's he at? 21-7 at the moment. So 1 man safe, 6 pin safe. Pair of Norths gives us some directionality that way. I mean, 2 away. Not the best of hands to chase him with, admittingly, but... That's been played after the Riichi, it was. Surprised this on Manzi weight. 4 man is the last thing remaining, but wasn't. Alright. Alright. That's unfortunate, but we're still winning this game as a matter of pride now. It's gotta happen. Alright, game 1. We can have 1. Can't give him 2. Alright, Dora. 1, 2, 3 Sanchku shots. Things to clear. I mean, I don't think we do have a battle if you look at the tournament standings, but for this particular game, yeah, we got a battle. No busting out as well, so this battle will be concluded. Can't just take a quick sumo off of Draconis. Second Tuso would be really lovely, or something connected to it, so I can actually do my Seal Hand of Sanchku. I need 3 tiles for Sanchku, that's not really a thing, but... Okay, maybe it is a thing again. Then I'm getting the Easter Owl, so not worried about that.
Boom.
Ryan's calling, so Tanya presumably. So it means we can cut that, but
boom.
Tanya 4-pin from hand. Yeah, I'm gonna have to respect that, unfortunately. Don't like having to do. 5 is safe though. And I think 5-pin says we're out. I have a safe tile for that, but it was dealt. Oh. Only 29. Only a second repeat. Alright. Spine. Still in the lead. Still in the lead. We have White Dragon. We have Dora. I have a completed meld. This could be quick. We want it to be quick, certainly. No pairs, which is a problem for future me to work out, but happy with things thus far. Not worth pushing Nitsu or Honitsu World here. We just need to grab this last tile and just be on whatever weight we happen to be on after that point. Four man wouldn't be the worst draw in the world, at least, but. Definitely want to be pairing this Dora if we can. Dora is safe, interestingly. At least safe right now. Tile from hand. Tile from hand. Okay. Well, we'll obviously stay on the 4-pin weight, given, you know, we have a double CG trap for it, but would much prefer to draw a 4 or something extended onto one of these and be reaching for it. It has to be the Manzi side, unfortunately. Maybe there's a lot of stake in the Red Dragon there, but... But given it's a single weight, it's just what it is.
Riichi. No.
I think not. Alright. Just another 44,000 points to go so he doesn't gain anything from his performance in this game. Jeez. East.
Pum.
Annoying? What do you mean fair annoying but fair? What about that wasn't fair? Oh, I don't know. Can't let you have everything. And I got that Mung and Gat back, so, you know. However, if he wants unfairness, I mean, we are building towards something that could be a little unfair. Nah, this is just a normal hand, actually, but we could get something unfair. Ipeiko is looking good. Reach pin for Ipeiko Dora 1. Seems pretty good to me.
Chi.
Against 2 calls as well. Alright, deal a call. Exactly what we wanted, but can't take it. Alright, Rise picks up the cheap hand. So, 2,500 gained. So that puts him Mangan from any one range. So, nope, wait, 9-8. 9-8, so he does need a bit more than that, but Freehand Sumo should be enough as well, depending on things. North to start. This is probably the worst hand we've started with in a while. Which is probably saying more about my luck at the moment than anything. Yeah, Tanya Rush seems like our best option for anything at this point. And obviously being last dealer, we do not end the round if we win. So bring that buffer back up to Mungan range is definitely something we want to be doing. Or, you know, drawing anything connected to any of the tasks we currently have would also be good. But, you know, kind of everything. Rise is also discarding Dora, which is useful in terms of the plan. Yeah, thought so. I think we are Tanyoing this, but we'll keep the one for the marginal upside for the moment. Yeah. Okay, 8 safe, 2 fives played. We played a red. Alright, let's go for another Renchan here.
Riichi.
Well, that's why we have safe tiles. No Patsu. So that bit's gone. Really, now we just need to evade this. And that'll do it for now. Future turns are going to be a bit more of a concern, but... not enough information for the wall on that side. We'll play the Tiso. There was an early one that presumably is unconnected. Third north. Draconis discarding some carnage. More safe tiles we can look into. Alright, Draconis is on the attack. Can we do anything that he might want? Maybe. Problem is, almost certainly Rise wants it too. We'll make 6 pin. What's the point gap? 1-0. I don't want to deal into a Dora 2 hand. This is the only problem with that, but you know, I'd probably survive it in the lead unless it got to Hanneman. Open Honitsu, Dora 2, Tanyo, and something? Maybe?
Note.
Pair weight 5-9, but not enough because we were able to fold out of that. Well, Rise definitely improved. I probably improved, and let's see how the standings have been affected. Because, yeah, I imagine that Rise marches on. Oh look, 233 points. GG. That wasn't the script, sir. But, you know, well played. Alright, we have some people here, so let's get another game started. We have Legius, Prospero, Bigwig Ra, and myself. Random seats are on. Let's go. That's really, and to be fair, sometimes that's all you need to do. It depends whether you were gunning for the win in that game or not, I guess, because if that was the case, you need more points to force that. But then I was trying to calculate if I could deal into what Draconis had going on. Fair enough then. crossbow with the early dragon. And discarding that free pin we wanted. Double dragon. Well, that's unfortunate. Saying the game is helpful. Absolutely. I mean, to be fair. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, you were pretty much guaranteed to be champion regardless, but, does mean I'm about to find that trophy, aren't I? Unless I conveniently put it somewhere. There's a bottle of water, that is not a trophy. 6 pins, a good draw. Should probably focus on the game rather than the trophy, but hey. Alright, Legends of the Call. Carnage, and we hit Dora 1. And he's given us a safe tile as well. Well, that undoes our mistake from earlier. Alright, Ishanten, Reach, and 5/8 non-Pinfu. Unless we draw the pair, of course. Pair would be fine. I'd take a free-sided weight here. I should have called the 5. That's what I'm realizing, but it's all good. All these middle sequences, and I can't get a Sanchiku out of any of it. Alright, what are the options then? 4 pin versus 8 pin versus... Sure,
Riichi.
we'll go for the Dora side. There is a 5, 6, 7 challenge queue if we get the 8, and we did!
妻
Riichi, Patsu, Sanchiku, Dora. And an extra Dora. Alright, we start with a Baiman. To be fair, I hadn't registered I'd gone into that way. I just saw that I had a chance to wait on the Dora, so yeah, okay. Probably could have taken a moment or two to think about that. That is a double Dora start. We'll take it. I mean, yeah, I get a couple more of those, and maybe I can challenge Rise. Okay, so one too many pairs, but that's fine in theory. We've already discarded one, so we'll discard that over that. Hopefully get rid of the 8, 9, and see where this goes. We draw a 7 in the meantime, get rid of the 4s, and we say, I believe in everyone not named Shadowhawk in this game. Your support, as always, Rise, is non-existent. And we understand. Oh, god damn it. Not going to call that. Thought there was a consideration maybe a few turns ago, but yeah, not now. Also, all the middle Sozi coming out means that this is probably the pair I'm going to drop, but... But to be fair, if we improve this side, we're probably going into the thing anyway. Nope. Okay. Take some time. We're going to play with 9. Hitman being safe is useful for us. That's the second tile we would have probably wanted to get rid of. Almost. The thing is, there's an argument for keeping the 2 anyway, because I still had the 8-9 to get rid of. In this position, I just preferred that over the other bit, given the speed to Senpai. But that's what I guess sometimes. Would have been unfortunate, but I think most of my other options are worse against that. And also, I have 2 Dora, so I know that I've at least got that in terms of a value ceiling. I think that's been walled off. Yeah, with the extra 2, we definitely walled that off. And we now have 5 minutes safe.
Note.
Okay. Couple of edge weights. And yeah, we're below 40k. Alright. First Renchan. 2,300 points in the middle as a bonus. Probably want to be cutting the east soon-ish, but yeah. And now, as Rise prophesied, double drill 2 more, but correct timing for it now, I think, with it as the indicator. Ah, that might be worse. It is our wit seat though, so we'll keep it for a little bit. Okay. Game appears determined to not give me any more stuff. This is disappointing, but that is Mahjong as well. Alright, first door I discarded my Legius. He's got to be close or considering nonsense. We'll see. He probably isn't considering nonsense, but it's worth bearing in mind. Nice, Ishanten. I'd say 7 man would be a great draw right now, but now's the time. And there we go, it's broken up. Of course. But we have a call for the Senpai, so I'm not regretting our decisions here. No, can't pursue it. We might struggle to pursue it as well, with the 8-man being our loose tile. True enough. Again, you were defensing well, even if you know. Ooh. So this is a call for Tenpai if I can make the 8 pass, but I don't think I can. We're gonna have to pass this. It's a Tanyo nothing hand, so there is a mainly 3,300 points in the middle, which is not nothing, but it's not something I could potentially push in with this hand against it. We have far less defensive options against Legius. So we're going to stick with the same tile we discarded last time. And after all, that didn't even have Tanyo, but yeah, that's the way that goes as well. Alright. Well, into our dealer turn. We have a Mungan gap on everybody, East 3, and that is a hand. Start with a 1 save, clearly.
Boom.
And this is the sort of hand, even with 4 pairs, that I have to consider Toy Toy as the legitimate option. But we'll see how this goes. We'll give it some time on that one. Maybe I shouldn't be messing around with this, but, you know, it's not fun to at least not consider it while I still have tiles I need to get rid of.
Can.
There you go. Enjoy. We're helping people to their Mungan Sumo. That's our answer, right? That's definitely what we're doing. We actually have a lot of acceptance into just being Tenpai, so I'm pretty happy with this.
Boom.
There we go. We're not going to take the dragon weight. We're going to go for the sensible answer here. Double tone and or a 1.
No.
With a direct hit on the 2nd place. Boo! Alright. South to start. I sensed mixed approval to how I handled that hand. To be fair, I completely understand why the mix is that way, but still. Alright. Dragon start. So this one's going to be more awkward. I either go full Chinitsu or I just decide to fold out of this one. But we have a 28k gap. Prospero seems happy to push, so that probably answers where this hand's going. We might as well lean into the value for as long as it'll work for us. This is what I mean. I understand it. You are allowed to boo me. I expect booing. I also expect boo earns from Aegon if he was around. But, Wait. So I think we can play this legitimately and maybe go for a Sanshku. Could still try and force this to Chinitsu if we wanted, and maybe that's getting a bit more likely now. Shitoitsu is also a plan. Winning Medora is not ideal. We discarded things that would be better, but... Alright, Torso is back on the menu. Let's go. So we can call anything, but of course these have not been played at all. I'm feeling Chinitsu now. There were definite answers to just keep that and go for things, but here we go. Let's go. Not calling this knife, but Prospero is. I mean, technically, that's a hit from second into. Yeah, actually my gap probably decreased from that, but it's fine. It's what it is. We're not expecting that to necessarily pay off, but we are getting quite close to something that was reasonable. Keeping the free so maybe carding the Dora there would have been a better option, but giving Prospero Dora free, or anybody else actually, because I would have known that, Dora free was not really an option I was considering even with a 29k lead. Alright, we'll put Dora here. So Tanya is looking like our most likely hand in terms of things here, but there's potential fun options depending. We're sitting north, let's play green. Yep, Tanya, definitely the plan. Or maybe we're just on this Nageshi plan. Who knows, maybe somebody will prove it's possible. That's also unfortunate, but we keep on with it. So there's no Dora in this game, which is useful to know. Especially since we're going for something that's basically 1,000 points and cheap. It means the ceiling on everybody else's hand is lowered a bit. And hopefully, if they're doing something, it'll be a bit more obvious what they're doing. Ishan 10.
Riichi.
Nah. Unfortunate. No definitely safe tiles here. Probably going to go for the 8-pin. Oh no, there we go. Okay, I'm liking this. Lots of small points being exchanged. It did unfortunately cause a Renshan, but you know what? This is fine. Small points being exchanged between them. I keep my 47k, which is what I care about. Eventually, we'll get another hand or two, and yeah, just extend this lead a little bit. Rise is on 200-ish points, so that means I need a lot, but you know, a lot is potentially possible. Start with West. Things we don't need. It's time to watch Shadowhawk discard Cheetoy. Okay. So next question is, can we get the Dora involved into this hand in any meaningful way?
Pom.
Well, we're kind of at the point where we're probably going to be forced to try it. But we are now Ishanten. The answer will be no. And the answer appears to be no. So that is unfortunate in a lot of ways. If he wins with that, it's 1,000, 2,000 points. I can live with that. We have Tanyo, and we're discarding Adora. We've reached this. Alright, 5-8, so let's see what happens. Have we applied enough pressure? Well, I mean, they're going to attack anyway, but you know. 6 outs, 2 of them on the table. And we just Ipatsu because of the call. Well, it's not Ipatsu, but still. First draw we get it. So, Riichi, Sue, and Tanyo. 4,000. And we're up over the 50k mark. Right, do you want to quickly calculate how many points I need to overhaul you now? Just in case. 1 pin. I don't even know what I'm losing, actually, in terms of my overall best performance, but it's fine. Alright. Triplet of a terminal. Never ideal, but it's something. We're just going to have to reach with whatever we get, unfortunately. Get an early 8, so that would be brilliant. West there's nothing. Potentially useful. We'll cut the 5 pin.
Riichi.
Alright, early reach from Legius. Dropping third place. Okay, so probable improvement. It's a shame, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna take risks against this. I think. Well, that being said, we are. I was about to say we're really low on tiles, but we're not dealer, so Sumo's are. Oh, that's a good hand. Yep, we have the game on. I only lost 8,000 points though. That's okay, right? But also, GG. Alright. So we now have a battle on for the game again. This is a good starting hand to come back to. Also, I think Rise might have stopped panicking a little bit there, but yeah. We only lost 8,000 points, though. That's the thing with even with that Yakuman being there. It's not over. We are now. It's now a competitive game between me and Legius, but that's, you know. Alright, Tanyo nearly done. Also, I think that's a rare Yakuman on stream. We were expecting them on Friday the 13th, of course, last week, but didn't happen. They just appeared a little later. But can we get a second one? I think all I would gain is the ranking bonus, which I think might be applying here. I actually have no idea. It's just how it's set up for best 5 performances. Unfortunate. Well, let's see if we can improve it. Because again, if I can get the 8 on this and get a Sanj Q, I'd be pretty happy with that. So there's improvement in this hand. That happens as well, but... Alright. 2k to take the lead, and then somebody else has to win a hand. Oh no, South free. I'm not the last either. T-Man. We have Tidora. We have a Meld. An Alien wins. We have options. We've given Legius a dragon. Okay, Prosper also with a dragon. I need these summing with this. I mean, Cheeto is not impossible, given things now. He's got awkward task to call, and 1/7's already gone. That would be very aggressive to start doing that, but we do have Fedora pair. I don't know. I don't want to do Toitoro-san. No, we've already committed to not calling. We're not switching to Toito at this point. Free calls. Yeah, if Sol goes down for any reason in the next 20 minutes, Rise loses by default. He's immediately DQ'd. He's put it into the world now. Okay, Ishanten. Give me that two-sided weight, please. Not quite. Riichi. Alright, Dora West, dealer Riichi, and I deal in. I mean, if I'm dealing in, I'm dealing in for 1,000, I can take that. Unfortunately, given the value I had, but, you know. Alright, all last. So, I need basically a 2-Han Sumo to win this game. Or Han plus Sumo. So, let's see what we can do. Obviously, want to keep the dragons a turn or two. Have another triplet of 9s. Potentially awkward, but, you know, it's a meld. Pair of whites. There we go. Alright, white dragons plus sumo should be good enough. Especially if I can reach this now. I mean, the triplet of 9s plus the pair here gives me a lot of mini points. So... So even one hand plus that. If it gets to the point where I draw a 2-5 and I'm in the double weight here, that's ideal, I think, for this. Pawn for Tenpai. I don't know if there's going to be enough now, but we'll take it. 2-5. Not going to turn the calls off because we might calm this one just to try and make sure we got the mini points in hand. Pair weight does give us more mini points, but we are probably not looking at that at this stage. I think we got enough with the concealed triplet. Wrong 5.
No.
I don't think this is worth 29, unfortunately. Nah, we need the carnage, but it's what it is. Legends can have his win. I'll just take the second place in the points. Because he got the Suanko. He deserves the win. Oh boy. So, yeah, we have our Yakuman on there, and I think actually that's going to be recorded in the results here, which I'm going to have to be careful of now when I get to the resetting for this. So again, the tournament log. I think it has Yakuman specific. There we go. We have a Yakuman log. One Yakuman in this tournament thus far. Honestly, it was unexpected for me as well, and it made the competitive final of the game, so it was all good. Now, I was trying to work out if I could can and if I'd have enough mini points. I'd need a lot. It was just better to just go for it. Alright. Good lord. So, updated rankings now, just because it clearly matters to some of us more than others. Rise to 223. I have 137. I am currently on my best run, I believe. But yeah. GG to Rise. I think this tournament is his. I'm happy to do one more game, but it probably is just going to be one more game. And I'm happy to potentially just do a complete mess of the rules for this last one. This is probably going to be the last game of this year, because I don't think I'm going to do this again next week. I think I'm going to be busy. So, what random rules do we want to play under the final game? Those who are interested. Including the general rule sets I've got here as well. Obviously, all the commonly used rules. We can go to a 4-hand minimum. We could try that nonsense for a bit. Put the red 5s back in, of course. Plenty of potential options if people are interested genuinely, but if not, we'll just play a normal one. Make Honda 1500. Honda 1500. Okay, fine. Okay, 1500 points of Honda. There we go. Done. Anything else you'd like me to adjust? Yeah, we have pay oh, by the way, we do have pay responsibility for the free main Yakuman hands here. So don't let somebody get a 4th quad, whatever you do. Can't think of anything else. Alright, fine. We're just going to play a silly game, and all the repeats are now worth 1,500 points. So, oh boy. It's 6 AM. Fair enough. I'm going to start and get into this then. Randomized seats. Good luck to you all. Let's go again. If Legius gets his second Yakuman on stream in this game, then we're calling shenanigans. But this is now officially unofficial. Rise is the champion. Well done. I could not... Oh, actually, wait a minute. Is that trophy? Nope, that's not the trophy. God damn it. I thought I found the trophy last minute. Oh, well. The trophy is rises as soon as I find it. Anyway, double ton in the starting hand. Perfect. With repeats worth so many points. I should really have waited and gone for the other side of it, but hey. Use it all to make sure I finish fourth. Fair, fair. Again, this is going to be my last one tonight anyway, so... I should have put Mungan minimum on this game, just for lols. Without telling anybody it was Mungan minimum, of course. Oh, we're going to change it to one of the other game modes as well. We could have played the Dora Dora, Battle of Azusa, or Bloodshed, whatever those are. Because I forget, because I've not played other those modes in forever. You may play We Are the Champions, because you are, sir. Well done. It was a silly initial part of the tournament. I will scrub things with the possible exception of the game with the Yakuman, which I will try to remember to discount when we get to the actual rankings of it, but... It's a Yakuman on stream. We gotta celebrate that a little bit and keep that in the records. Interesting. I have a feeling that we're waiting on somebody else with a pair of these. So you just fold them. Don't think it's going to happen. Hey Larry, how are we doing? You missed the Yakuman. It was a good game. I was dominating, lost 8,000 points, and then ended up losing first place to it. But still. Also, Rice is the champion for the small 2025 in 2024 rather interim season. Okay, naked weight time. Well, since you've gone incredibly silly, we will continue going silly. You cannot be waiting on that. Also cannot be waiting on that. Oh, I didn't score the Yakuman. Legius scored the Yakuman. But, you know, we had one on the stream, which is always a reason to celebrate. Carnage! And only one Dora shown in the discards is interesting. He wouldn't be waiting on a 5, so... He might be waiting on a 9, or would have been waiting on a 9 had they not already been immediately discarded by people. Could be waiting on the East, potentially. Shenanigans. I'm not liking the overcalls. Don't like that either. Alright, we are Tenpai. Double Tom Nummy. But if he draws it, he's got to play it. To be fair, it is also Honitsu tile, so he could genuinely have an East in hand. But that just means there's one out there that I can win with. Oh, I don't like any of this. 4 for 9. Shouldn't be a problem. so much is walled off from what we can see, so... That's more of a problem. I'm not happy with that. I'm dealer. Staying in. I have Tihan and they're bluffing. There you go. Well, Legius is staying in with another... Mangan to Legius. Alright, well, I didn't lose any points on my dealer turn, which I always say is at least, you know, what the desired result, minimum desired result. I didn't lose any points as dealer. South to Stout. If we can get the tiles for it, I'll get the initial calls and draw a couple of things. We're probably looking at Honitsu here. That being said, tiles are not currently going our way for that, so I guess we're just going to go for a normal-ish hand. Dragon and... No, okay. Well, if that's the plan, then we do other things. Third useful tile in a row. Could be. We're Ishanten for Cheetoy already. Unfortunately, none of our tiles are great for discarding at last, but hey, there's a player at Riichi. Oh, there we go. What do you even discard here? How do I get to Tenpai off of this? Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm just running out of ability to do this. Okay, we're still going to go for it because I feel this is a bluff. Alright, safe tile discarded. We're going to be waiting on that now. We're probably okay. Come on. Oh, there's a 1-pin. So we have 2 safe tiles out of our final Cheetoy options. Ideally want to be waiting on this format, so if we can... Eastwood again would have been fine as a final discard, but we're out. I've only got the 1-pin as a safe answer left. I kind of want to keep it given there's one on the table. It is unfortunately a little late to do anything further though. So maybe we're just folding out of this one. Yeah, we're falling out of this one. If we instantly hit Tenpai, we might think about it, but we only have 2 more draws to try and get the Hanneman. Six is safe. I mean, it's not beyond the realms of possibility that Legius can... no. We've changed the rule set, so this is no longer... This is not applicable for the league at this point. But hey, first Homba were 1,500, so... It's gonna get messy. Homba worth more than Riichi. Yep. I think I've used up all my jam in the earlier games here. We are not... Okay, Dora's fine. Last North. But we're just not feeling as unfairly lucky as when Rise was on the table as well. Also feeling... Alright. I can blame this something I draw Dora. Pair up my drag. Okay, I take it back. I am as unfairly lucky as I always am. Not going to call that, though. I know it's our last one, but I prefer never see safe tiles, and I'm going to reach for this if I'm going to do anything with it. Yeah. Reach and Dragon are worth the same, ultimately, and I'm going to value the Reach and the 2 safe tiles over the Yaku for the moment. Especially when that sort of thing happens. So you said that we can discard if we draw a 6. Puts us in a pair weight with only one side though, so I'd rather not do that if we can avoid it. But I'm looking at my other discards and not entirely happy with any of them. Third red. Ooh. Interesting option has now appeared. Do I want to go Cheetoy? No, we don't. Worth considering for a little bit, but we really don't want to go Cheetoy with this. Given the chronic lack of safe discards. Oh, the music cut out. I thought that was the deal in. Four pin 7, so we have 2 safe tiles now at the moment. 3 safe tiles. Yeah, looking pretty good for this. It'd be awkward for us to safely backpedal into a legal hand, especially since the 8 isn't safe yet, but that is potentially hittable. Less so now. I have to get rid of West and 8 or incorporate one or both to hit the draw state, and that is dealing. Plus additional Homba penalties. 24 plus the Homba. Alright, second Homba. So now, second Homba means 3,000 points is in the middle. There's a reason this scale's quite low, usually. We'll play out West. Don't know if I want to call this or not. We're at 4 pairs with Adora. Sure. I can think of Chitoi here.
Chi.
Three terminals. Admittedly, one door that's already got one out, but yeah, this is Chitoi now. This is just what we do. Ishanten for Chitoi. Do you want to do the second 5? You do. You do. Okay. Perfect. We're not interested in calling anymore. A single one has been played, and the one should be getting walled off. Third repeat. 1,500 points plus the 3,000 on the Honba. Actually, the Honba work at that point? There was only 21. Honba might not be working. Meanwhile, we need to get off of this dealership. It's getting reasonably quick here. I can keep it red for a little bit. See what happens. Two-pin does nothing for us. Yeah. 4 dragons at the end of the first row is not a Daisangan attempt. Well, it could be, but it's not a Daisangan attempt. Besides, what are the chances of 2 Yakumen in this stream? Significantly less now. I'm not going for it, admittingly, but still. Still, there are other Yakumen we could be going for. Alright, Prosper with a call. I'm fine with this. Overcalling Legis a little bit. Well, Legis is just going to go for it anyway. We up to the number of points for Renchan. We need to keep going, apparently. 8-so does nothing for me. We'll play it with regrets now that we're up against 5 calls, but we'll still play it. 6 calls? Yep, I'm at 6 calls now. Toi Toi, Honitsu, potentially. Meanwhile, we have again backdoored into a Chitoi Tenpai for 2 Dora. We've got to stop doing this somehow. 4 is dead, so can't wait on that. It's also the riskiest tire we got left, but... Can't wait on that. It's the last one. I'm going to turn the calls off, because otherwise it will bother me that I keep ignoring this in favour of other potential triplet hands. 8 is a safe tile. I'm going to latch onto this as I draw the other 8.
Riichi.
Fine. Screw you all. Here we go. Riichi, Chitoi, Doradora. I'm up against so many calls that they're basically Senpai. So, wrong side. Free man or bust. We sumo it is Hanneman. We sumo it could be Byman. Alright, 2 more draws. Come on. No. Darn it. Okay. There was a pause there for a moment. That's just the game being weird. Wrong 3. I reckon there are some defensive... There is a bit of defensive pivoting going on at the end. But doesn't matter. We sumo, we Hanneman, do we Byman? We do not. But we shortcut our way to Hanneman, and we will take that. Because that rampage needed to be stopped. Let's actually go. Alright. East 3. And yeah, I'm next to certain the Renchan aren't working properly, but it's fine. Alright, well this is a reasonable starting hand. We are a bit restricted in terms of tiles we can accept, but we got melds, got pairs, a few things we can wait on. Let's see what happens. And of course we have a game on, we're only 36 behind. And maybe we're just going Chitoi again. Alright, Dragon for Legius. I was joking, but maybe we are going Chitoi again. I mean, yeah, what else am I doing with this hand at this point? 7's awkward, but we'll worry about that in a moment. Alright, let's prepare for Chitoi again. So 2 reds means that red is no longer worth keeping. Unfortunately, we discarded west there. South is still potentially viable for things. Dora. Okay. Well, Chitoi Doradora. Can we shortcut Hanneman again? There's 1 9 out. Actually, no, they're all 9s out there because I've not been paying attention. Actually, that might even have been Reach Stick plus things. Maybe it wasn't working at all. I mean, it is set up for 15. Repeat counters is on 15, so it should be working. I'll keep more of an eye on it, but I say he got actually even. Did he get 15 or 13? Did I miss see that? Well, as I say, we'll keep half an eye on it. Maybe they're just not working. Also, we're at the point now where Chitoi has not worked this time round, so we're going to have to fold out of it. hold out of it by drawing triplets. The best way to fold out of things. Alright, sumo it is, and 2,000 only. All hands lead to Chitoi. Eventually they do. Chitoi is just, if you need a Hanuman, you go to Chitoi. If you need, you know, a good hand, you go to Chitoi. Riichi, Sumo, and Dora 2 is all you need for Hanuman, so just, yeah. It's why you go for Chitoi half the time. Also, sometimes you just have a lot of pairs and you can't be bothered to call for Toy Toy. In this case, though, we have our first possible Itsu of the stream. Doesn't mean it's likely to come off or that I'm even going to go for it. I'm just saying it's possible. Far more likely is the Sanjiku, actually, but I'm not going to take the 1-2 side of things. We want to take the 7-8-9 if we're going to do that. Drink! I mean, it's only Coke, but we have drunk. So Homba is sort of the repeat markers. So it's done mechanically, so you know how many times you've been on the same hand. So at an actual table, the dealer would have Homba in the middle to just indicate we're on, say, in this case, East 4 first repeat, because there's one Homba in play. As a mechanical consequence of this, you pay 100 or 300 points more for hand victories normally, depending on whether you get a Ron or a Sumo. So it's a small bump in points, which is usually pretty meaningless, which I think is why Legius wanted it up to 1500 for this game. But for whatever reason, it's not working. Also, we've given up on the possibility. Obviously keeping this shape because we want to have 3-pin for Dora inclusions or getting something on that basis, but we're too far into the hand now to really be thinking about 7-8-9 Sanjiku with the number of tiles we still need to make that happen. Long pause in the format, and that is Prospero. Okay, one sequence down. So we might get to the point of discarding dragons. We know they're safe tiles, so given the pair priorities here, that's probably what we're going to end up going with, and that's fine as well. Kind of wish I hadn't discarded a 9 now that we got this exact thing happening, but what can you do? Toy Toy up top? Or just Tanyo. Could just be Tanyo. Also, Dora discarded from everybody, so I'm the only one holding a Dora. It's a definite safe tile as well, which is interesting. Maybe we pivot into Tanya here, although there's no, we can't get any force, so maybe no, that was a silly move. That was a silly move. There's no chance of us getting 4. I should have just risked it. Now it's a problem in our hand. East is fine. I think in one of the very early days of Tiles Confusion, Little Debbie did pull off a Par Renshan, technically speaking. So Par Renshan is a very, very infrequently used Yakuman rule where basically if you get 8 consecutive wins, it is the 8th is a Yakuman regardless of what the hand actually is. Which is the longest, which I think is the longest one we've had, and as I say, we basically, at the end of it, we're sort of testing if Par Renshan was a thing. It isn't, because why would it be? But well, we are the only non-10 player in the draw. Lose a bit more ground, but still solidly in second with a dealer turn to come. You indeed, but I have to go from my perspective, and we are sitting south with a pair of Dora wins in hand. So, sure. Let's see what we can do with those. Not much other than Riichi with them, I would imagine. South is us. We're still in the east wind, so it's still whatever at this point, but... Right, 2 to go. Unfortunately, it's going to be a North 7 pair weight, which... not ideal, but... what can you do? North 7 pair weight or a closed 4-pin. Interesting. Well, we'll play the definite safe tile for now, but I think we might be attacking this since we got 2 Dora. I don't know how we're going to be attacking this, given that we got a bunch of middle pairs, but... but, as we established earlier, all hands lead to Cheetoy. Yeah, so if it's working, it's 4,500. It might be bugged on later ones, and I'm sure I've read the first ones right, but now I'm thinking about it, actually, there was a Riichi stick, so maybe it wasn't working in the first one. And I just misread 1,300 as 15. We'll see. Meanwhile, I have to navigate this mess. Reach down, Skew. Oh no. Just reach down here. I thought for some reason that was going to be a 2 sequence. It wasn't. Yeah, I don't think it's working. I think that was normal. Oh well. I think our hand choice here is obvious. Honitsu is obvious. So let's see how this goes. Alright, 4 dragons at the end of the first row is not a Daisangan attempt. But... I'm not going to say no if we get another one. No, that's not a Daisangan tile. I don't know what I was debating with that. That's not a tile I debate. Interesting. Alright. 5 man from hand. Again, should definitely be getting rid of these, but... not gonna count it. Gonna hold it for the moment. Alright, green dropped. 1 green, 1 red. Should be fine if we need to sort that out. Let's go then. Well, might have threatened him off there, because obviously he knows that this guy got a 5 from hand there.
Pump.
This is strictly bad, but we're going to do it anyway. Each of 2 frees a safe tile. Well, we can play into that. Stealth weight on the 2-so seems a bit mean, but let's see what happens. Didn't happen. Sumo it is, and that is a free 6 weight. Riichi Pinto. Okay, 27, 900 each. Again, it's fine. Okay, options with this one. Biggest hand value is going to be that 2 free Sanshiki. Hopefully 1 2 free. So I guess we look into that. There's no argument we keep that thing for the things, but yeah. Right, white is not helpful. East also not helpful. So, development stalled. Actually, because this is awkward, but... yeah, Homer was definitely worth a shot.
Pump. Come.
Ooh, Carnage. I'm always up for some more of that. That is useful. No worries. Thanks for joining, sir. He leaves at the moment of my triumph. Or near triumph. Maybe. No. Not triumph at all. There we go.
Riichi.
Alright, 1 for Pinfu. Hopefully the one... What I hopefully the thing masks a little bit, but it's fine. But reaching into Carnage is always, always, always good. If only for the player who's done it, who's open and is restricted hand and now has to go for whatever. Well, now means my Manzi weight is 147 if it is, so... 8-pin reach. Manzu are extremely expensive though, so I'm just gonna have to hope I can draw one. It's unfortunate that I keep drawing Manzi that are the wrong ones after that point. Ah well, was a pair weight as well. Still, Riichi pair weight I can live with. Puts me a bit closer to this third place battle than I'd like, and I no longer have a dealer turn. But this is about the time in the stream where Legis pulled off a Yakuman. So I don't think we're going to get one with this hand. By the way, 21 behind, 5k above third. Can it be awkward from here? Okay, another possibility. What if the Coldadora doing this, though? So we don't take it. But we do leave our 6, 7, 8, 9, our 6, 7, 8 charts in. Add Tanyo. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 1 achieved. Still need to pair as well. It just has to be the 4 or the 5 pin now. But one step there. Seven from hand. South does nothing for us. So obviously we have the option to just call and take a Tanya. That is an option we always have. We do have to pass Fedora to get the quickest Tempai, which I prefer not to do. That's not the worst thing in the world for us to draw out of everything, actually. So now we commit to sort of this... we commit to this thing. We have a call for Tempai if we want it for just Tanya. 5 pin being a safe tile also is kind of interesting. And there's a cheap deal in, but I'm pretty happy with it. Yay! The Itsu happened, as well as a couple of Dora. Alright, Prospero picks up a hand. Gap remains unchanged. 2 hands to go. And that is a horrible start. We're at 7. Well, what do we do at 7? We start looking at Kokushi tiles for a bit, and then we give up after about the 5th row. The 5th discard. But, you know, we gotta do the tactics sometimes. Worst comes to it, we're leaning ourselves into that Honitsu, Chito with lots of honor tiles, that sort of nonsense. And leaves us with some safe terminals for later in the game, hopefully. Full send Kokushima so. We're still at that point where even if this was our starting hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we would still say it's not likely. Not even mathematically significant on the attempt at this point. Well, Dora discarded from Legius, so I think we're now going to have to bail out of this little attempt. This honestly laughable attempt. But you never know, maybe we'll be able to sneak in a quick Chitoi pivot. Well, after all that, we end up with 2 safe tiles. 3 now, technically, but yeah. But it's fine. We weren't probably going to win this playing normally anyway, so it's okay. So also safe for Prosper is worth noting as well.
Riichi.
Well, if you're going to keep letting me discard safe tiles, I'll take it. And the last 2 east should be the end of our problems for this one. But is there going to be a deal in before that? There is, and it's unfortunately into you, and that's 52, and that puts you rather close with 1 hand to go. So this is a battle for second. He is a last dealer, so he does have the chance of going up as well. But yeah, 2700. We need something out of this. 1 meld and a edge heavy hand. Not what I would ideally want if I've got to push for a specific thing here. Still, we play with the tiles we're dealt. Door discarded on turn 3. Let's see what happens with it. Nothing this time. Okay, so South Chanter isn't... Double South Chanter, of course. Gets us to the Mungan range. Now, Mungan range... We need Hanneman to overtake Legius. Even on direct hit, but... It's interesting. There's a chance to win here if we can somehow sneak this to Hanneman. And as mentioned before, the easiest way to do that is Chitoi, but... I just hope you get some Dora. We've already discarded one, though. That's useful enough. Let's go that way. So we still need a 9 and 7. Riichi, Peiko, South, maybe? Or we just Chitoi the rest of the tiles. Could also be a thing. We're going to stick with the outside hand as a plan. Concealed Chancer is 2, which is worth remembering at all times. Fortunately, we're now at the point where we're discarding horrible tiles for everybody else. In terms of what they're waiting on. See, that might even be worth a call, but if we have an open, we're basically just... I should be rushing for second. I really should be. This is not a viable plan, what I'm doing right now. But I also don't have a double south set up. that's one. I mean, when you're playing for points, you have to play to your outs at this stage. And I think the out is going to be, hope to be in a south weight and hope that we get that. That is not the worst tile in the world for us to pick up right now. So that means it's more likely we're going to be in a south weight regardless. But we can still take that. We've now picked an extra Dora. You even open with the extra... I mean, one Dora doesn't do a lot for us in terms of getting to first, but... Ah! But we take the Empire here. South for Shanta, double South, Dora. Which is a Mungan, which isn't what we wanted, but... But that will also do. Imagine Legis would have folded any South they picked up. It might also be that Bigwig had the other pair of Souths, but you know, you played it out. We toyed around with potentially getting a bigger hand, but tempo at the end was important. Well, GG. I apologise. As I say, on stream, it is genuinely set up for 1500, but for whatever reason, it wasn't doing it, which is a shame because that was going to be quite a lot of fun. Oh well. We'll set that back to what it's supposed to be for now, and we'll do the thing. Anyway, thanks for the games, guys. I'm going to head off, and I will catch you all for the next one. As I say, I'm probably not going to do one next week. This is probably the last one of the year, but we'll see what happens here. I don't know if I'm going to do an end-of-year thing, or at least an end-of-year thing that involves Mahjong at any point, but we shall see. Catch you later, and if I don't, it'll be the new year when we reset the tournament and we go properly. So, until then. Also, I've been off-center this whole stream, but I guess it doesn't matter. Not important.